Okay. Are we all ready? Ladies and gents, let's begin. Now, I'm getting everything started. Okay. Okay, looks good. We have tweeted. We have shared on our internal Discord. Don't forget to like the stream. Yes, I do. You'll be seeing a video tonight. But for now, temporarily, this was a test. By the way, instead of the Mother's Embrace, I used your sponsorship for this skin. Why? Because it was so much more badass and offers boobage. So I picked the Bathe in Blood because how can you resist? Alright, look at this. Look at this bob. This is the only skin where the bob gets a bit of side boob. And I was like, you know what? This is how I shall honor my brother Zane, who has so kindly sponsored cosmetics. Yep, because the Mother's Embrace was nowhere near as impressive as this one. I was like, if I'm gonna use your sponsorship for something, I ain't taking a Mother's Embrace. No. In fact, thanks for reminding me because I need to adjust your name in the thing so that people know the blood one is from you. Boom. Hey, Tiago. And security, Eternal Realm, what is the best sorcerer build? I would not be able to answer in thorough detail, but I would probably say Ice would still be the king. If you watch my discussion on, the sorcerer in general, I did post up a video talking about it, right? In that discussion video, one of the major things that was mentioned was what really helps the Frost Sorcerer stand out from the crowd. And I think that that is something that is truly relevant here as well. So do consider that, alright? Do consider it. Because I have a genuine feeling that that kind of thing will remain important. Okay, I'm going to just get rid of these hearts first. So, even in the Eternal Realm without Malignant Hearts, you're going to be putting skulls in your jewelry for armor. So you just won't have the special abilities of the Malignant Hearts, but roughly the build should still be the same, you know? The Raven one is okay, but it's not sexy enough. I tend to go, like, when it comes to skins, bro, I go purely for sex appeal. So if it doesn't have enough sex appeal, you know, I just don't pick it up. If it's really squishy, why don't you check out my late game sorcerer build for season 1, and you should see it become not squishy because it sounds like you've got the completely wrong build. Ice Shard sorcerers never touch Frostburn. You need to know what kind of gear you're getting as well, and the type of gear is roughly the same. So if you haven't checked out my build, might I recommend that you actually do that, because that would give you quite a boost in terms of your knowledge and potential success. That would be an honest recommendation from me. You don't have to take it, but that would just be a genuine, honest recommendation from me. Vulnerable resist, really? I'll take the volcanic one. So yeah, do check that out. And you should be good to go. Yeah, the effect is actually like, and like, I don't mean anything bad by it, but the effect is literally trashed here. It's a great, it sounds great on paper. It doesn't actually work in practice. It's totally useless in practice. Hey newbie, good morning to you, man. How's it going? The problem with Frostburn is that its effect is to freeze, but you don't need to freeze enemies. It sounds like great CC, but when you really play, and now when I do level up my Sorcerer to 100, I highly encourage you to also check out those streams, security in mind, but I would definitely say that it will show you exactly how to play the Sorcerer without anything like Frostburn and any of that kind of stuff. And yes, that is correct. That is correct. My Sorcerer is currently up to the late game stage. I'll be pushing it to end game stage eventually. Possibly next week, depending on my time scale. But if it's not, it'll be the week after. I'm gonna get the Druid up to late game stage first, but my Necro will be the first one to get end game, which is level 100. So you can watch and keep it all in mind, yeah? No problem. I'm much slower than other creators, but I'm very honest, and I also play everything live before I even deliver it to you guys. There's also gonna be some very interesting changes coming to the channel. Possibly by next week. We've got some interesting projects because I'm gonna fund a few things that my channel needs, and I'm gonna start funding them in a very interesting way, hopefully by next week. And also, we'll be announcing a couple of cool changes coming up soon. Alright, let's just say that without saying too much yet, okay, I may consider taking some of my streams, i.e. the morning streams, to a different platform for a whole new video project that is coming up on my sub channel. Thank you for sharing and liking, Subby. Hey, how's it going? All my friends turning up today. I love it. How's it hanging, man? And Evo, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Now, if my statement is of concern to anyone, don't worry, because the night streams will always forever be on YouTube. 9:45 p.m. every day, you're gonna see my face here. Alright? But I may shift the morning streams to another platform soon. Why? Because I want to capitalize on diversification, as well as an upcoming program that I think will be very interesting revenue-wise. And you know me. If there's money in it, I might, I'm always willing to make a move. Yeah, no problem. Listen, you got meetings, it's all good. I'll entertain the crowd today. But yeah, in my opinion, it's shaping up to be a very exciting week. I just finished recording my new songs. Zane got to hear the preview today. The first one will be uploaded tonight, and the second one will be uploaded tomorrow. Yep. After stream, I'll be uploading that. 110%. Also, almost forgot. Or was it in my own stream room? Lol. Okay, there we go. Often forget about that. Anyway, I had to let you hear it after all since you sponsored it. No, thank you for the opportunity to perform, you know? It means a lot. It means a lot to have, you know, the opportunity to get a license and get my music out there. Hey Cheshire, I'm doing alright. I'm glad you're doing good, Knightshade. I'm working away with my mad mind. Ah, that sounds good. Recording was super fun today. It felt really good getting back to my music. My throat also was a little bit better than normal, surprisingly. So I had a lot of time to work on stuff, and basically it felt just really good to be back going on my music and everything. So yeah, it was really good. And of course, now when recording in studio compared to performing live, I can do a few cheesy techniques, like I can have my vocals on a separate track. So one thing for the upcoming song is that compared to the live version, the vocals will sound even cleaner than they normally do because I'm not manually transitioning with my vocal cords. It's like I've got my vocals on a separate track, and then the actual, like the rapping on a separate track. So editing both of those is always fun. So I like recorded music quite a bit. But like live performances have a different kind of magic to them. But some of my music translates better into the studio version. And yeah, definitely, really. I mean, if you play the song, the sample that I sent you, right, and you hear the chorus part, you notice that my dude, he sings, sing me a song of everything you've ever felt beneath the weather. And I hold the note on weather because I know that, like, when I'm performing live, I cannot hold the note because I'm immediately rapping right after. But in the recorded version, I can hold the note so that it sounds like a much better transition. Thank the Lord for giving me a brain that can actually do some sound editing, eh? Yeah. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to uploading it later. It's gonna be good. In the meantime, Tomb of the Nameless Saint. This is a pretty fast dungeon. I like it. Oh look, Bloodless Scream again. But yeah, I'm just excited to bring out a lot of these changes and try out some new things, you know? I think it'd just be really cool. Like if I was to switch my morning streams to, say, Kick, do you think some of you would at least come support me? I hope you will. Because if they start paying streamers for the hours that they stream, like an actual salary, I'm telling you, I will take that and I will entertain the shit out of you guys. But this week's main focus is also getting this new project of mine up and running. It's going to be a cool way that fans can basically play sounds on my stream. I talked about it last week, but this week it's finally going into the later stages for my channel. And then once that's all set up and ready to go, I'm going to use that to fund some very interesting things for stream. The first bit of it is coming soon. I was going to make it happen for Halloween, but I had a little extra cash in the bank, thanks no doubt to Zane and several others. So I bought a prop for my stream. I hope it'll go well. It'll arrive probably at the end of the month, but I'm kind of excited for that. I'm just looking forward to making these streams more and more entertaining than just, you know, some boring Asian guy talking at you. No, listen, don't worry if you can't make the morning streams. I'm talking to, like, those people that, you know, do also come to the morning streams, just wondering if they'd support me if I moved the morning streams alone to a different platform. The night streams, I keep them here because, you know, a lot of the homies cannot make it to the morning streams, much like yourself. So I decided, like, you know what? Even if the salary was great, unless the salary was so good that it'd be worth porting over the night stream audience as well, the night streams are probably going to remain on YouTube. I had a little extra, so I invested in the stream for sure. 110% this time. I'm just like, first of all, I'm not gonna, like I said, not gonna reveal too many details, but I'm gonna get a prop first. I hope the seller is legit. But I'm gonna get a nice little prop that's gonna help me out on stream. Little visual aid to make things more interesting. That's what I get for trying to laugh and talk at the same time. Anyway, that is happening. Then I just want to make sure I get that sound effects thing done ASAP. Because I think it's just going to bring a very interesting vibe to the channel. So long as it's legit. I'm going to be checking out their revenue sharing. Because the software that does that, they do a 80-20 split, which is actually more than YouTube. YouTube is 70-30. So technically, if people were to use that, excuse me, technically speaking, it would be worth more to me. So I'm just having a look around. But if it all goes through, it should bring something very interesting to the stream. I think I'll take this one. Should I take Garen Hold? Let's try out Garen Hold. I'm trying to memorize all the fastest dungeons so that I can just smash through. How you going, Gerardo? I hope your day is going good. Honestly, I'm just really excited to always be evolving my art. I want to really entertain you guys, but that means that, you know, I have to always think of what's the next stage. Because we get to one stage, that's great, but we need to get to a higher stage, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be more and more and more. And that's the plan anyway. Okay, way too hot. Cannot drink. Oh man. Get some rest, Gerardo. You know, after me and my mom got the flu and recovered, my dad just got the flu today, so yeah. He's recovering well. You know, he's resting a lot, but yeah. It's going around in circles, you know, so just watch yourself, try not to infect any family members, just do the best you can. But know that you're not alone in the current environment. It's not really very, it's not a very healthy time for the world. But think about it, it's crazy, right? It's winter for us in Australia, so colds and flus are to be expected, but for the rest of the world, it's only just going into autumn, practically. And I'm telling you, it's wild. Viruses, I think, are coming back with a strong vengeance after the whole pandemic thing. And now that people no longer wear masks anywhere, you'll see a lot more infections happening 24/7. In a twisted way, that's why I want to encourage mask wearing in my own unique style. Again, not going to give away too many details till my props arrive, but just look forward to it. Excuse me. You know, I've still got a little bit of the cough, but thankfully it's not too bad. It's like slowly getting better day by day. So I'm very blessed for that. You know, one day, I'm just hoping that an Uber unique drops on my stream. That'd be crazy. Get ripped. I will try and pray to RN Jesus for sure. You know? Maybe he'll say yes. Well, for starters though, you know, he sent the butcher to bully my little tiny barbarian, which I was using for video filming. And it did not go pleasantly, to say the least. I think legit, the butcher only bullies like small, tiny accounts that have no way of fighting against him, you know? He doesn't ever show up to like actual combat because he's too weak. He knows he's gonna get killed. I mean, if y'all haven't seen my short where I popped the butcher in 7 seconds, it's also on TikTok. You should take a look at that shit. It was good. It was so good. Or if I don't want to help you, pal, what you gonna do then? You know, more and more people have been talking about the dev footage where the devs played Diablo 4. And by the gods, it was it was no good. I'm planning on doing a reaction to that. You know, I'm seriously considering doing a reaction to that, so I can personally judge their gameplay. I don't know. I'll think about it if I've got time one of these days. Well, you shouldn't be doing dungeons 20 levels above. Don't do that to upgrade your glyphs, bro. There's no point, Gerardo. You should just do the highest level dungeon possible for you. Don't worry about... because there's no additional XP benefit past 10 levels, you see? So, although you might be wanting to upgrade your glyphs fast, you're actually going to be a lot slower if you go... because, think about it, you could clear the dungeons in like one shot if you're just doing them at your level, see? So, yeah. That is why I don't recommend it, you know? I recommend legit just sticking to the levels. The only time that I don't is right now when I know I can one-shot. Like if my attacks can one-shot the enemy, then that's the only time I go to the next level. So I slowly build it up from there. But if you're not one-shotting, then when the butcher comes for you, you're gonna die. So yeah, be very careful with that. Because you don't want your... Ooh, this is a really good ring, actually. This will actually be a decent upgrade. Holy cow. If I can roll crit rate on that. Happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, a happy day. I'd lose max life, but meh. Max life is overrated. Yep. Faster you clear, the better. Okay. Please give me crit strike chance. Yes, yes, yes. Let's try for a higher roll. One more time. One more time. One more time. One last time. Okay. Accepted. Now I just need another Barber Heart. Well, thankfully that's what all these consumables are for. So time to go get myself a Barber Heart. Always gotta have so many rolls, buddy. That is the way of champions. That is the way of le champion. Now a Mandel ring. Which one's better? Higher lucky hit chance. This one's obviously the key. Minion attack speed on both sucks. This one's got way better. This is the one that I'll take out. This Black River Scythe, I'll just keep it there, just in case, you know? Now, what we awesome people are gonna do is... Yeah, more than 4, but I've got the additional revenue for this one. Cause, yeah, I knew this would be roughly cheap.
Some steel you need.
Now. It's time to do what we're supposed to do. And that is, we are going to the Ravening Pit. And we are gonna cry inside the Ravening Pit. Well, after the Tree of Whispers. Because we need ourselves a Barber Heart. That's how to upgrade this. Different this one. Yes. Okay. Sold. Let's go. Time to make it fast. We're gonna need a Barber Heart with at least 300 armor, I hope. Because, yeah. I'm not replacing this older ring since it has a nearly perfect barber. La 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 la. I've also got plenty of Wrathful Invokers, so time to use them. Hey, hey, Matt B, what's up, man? How's it hanging today? Now, the one thing that sucks, I think, is the whole level trailing thing. Like, I don't understand why they make the open world lower level. Like, what was the point of doing that? Legit. I think it was stupid. My morning Overwatch stream? You talk about the new mission? Oh, so did I hear a voice? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, I was going crazy for a second. I swear I heard a voice. Anyway, yeah, if you talk about the story missions, they're pretty cool. I enjoyed that. It's always a chill day when it's here, man. So I'm glad you're having a chill day today. But yeah, I was very interested in it. Honest to God, it was pretty okay. I certainly cannot complain. I mean, I'd love to complain, but you know me. I'm not a complainer. Overwatch 2, for all its flaws, is generally a fun game. Generally, I'd say. Now, with the power of fast movement, I'm gonna try and clear this at the highest speed possible. Let's see if these Wrathful Invokers can get me a Barber Heart, eh? And you know what? All these hearts that are dropping are all World Tier 3 hearts. They're not at the 300 armor level. Disappointing. Nah, I expected so much more. That's okay. I'll keep killing Varshan as well because he deserves it. For daring to exist, of course. Wrathful Invoker. Come on. Come at me. That's right. Barber Heart. Okay, technically this is a World Tier 4 Barber Heart. Not as powerful as I want it, but hey. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Now, let's go kill Tormented Varshan as well. Come on, you rat. Come and face me. Why? Because I'm the Asian robot. I'm the real Asian Reebok. Oh, shit, he's dead already? Okay. Sorry, I guess. I wasn't expecting to whoop your ass that fast. Jesus. Jesus. Alright. Let's leave dungeon. I'll reset it and we'll do it all again. Kaz does love COD, yeah? Why doth thou ask? You got some in mind? Okay, we re-enter. Yeah. I busted him with a 5 million crit. Well, if she shows up later, you can ask her. I don't know much about it, but you can defo ask her. Cause I'll just be real. Yesterday, you know, after stream and chilling out and all that, we spent practically all night just watching Harley Quinn. Because we're on season 2, and you know, no spoilers guys, but damn, it was getting interesting. We have been thoroughly enjoying ourselves with that shit. And as per my stream bot guys, please follow me on Twitch. Please follow me on Twitter, not Twitch. Ew, fuck Twitch. That site is the worst. I'm so glad Kick is a competitor. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. Well, now it's called X, but yeah. If you guys do, is that another Ring of Mendel? Jesus, that's my 3rd Ring of Mendel already. Oh, it's Mother's Embrace. That's my 19th Mother's Embrace. But yeah, do follow me on social media because I really want to keep up with you guys. One of my big projects coming up is going to be a social media project I even got, well, I don't know if it'll work, but I bought this like little mini mic to start using for my TikTok. Exclusively for my phone though. So I hope it'll work out. Now come at me, you brutal firebrand. Not ready for this. You're not ready to face the bot. Okay, enjoy a meeting, buddy. We'll be here when you're out. When you're out of prison, alright? We'll be waiting for when you touch back down on the turf. Okay, insta-popped. Got one of these. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and kill Varshan. Because, you know, he's that easy. Hello, Varvar. I'm gonna need to make 4 tormented invokers. This time I can't pop him the same way I did before. Not enough essence. Oh, he stole my essence. Oh, there we go. It took so long to summon the dudes that I didn't have the essence to keep rocking. Oh, this is even better. I'll take it. Okay. Actually, outside, then we're going straight to kill Vashad. You'll be alright. We'll get you out of that prison someday. Tears fall and I'm so alone. It goes through my empty soul. Tears fall in the autumn snow. Winter shouldn't be so cold. In that parish, what are you doing wrong? I don't know, buddy. If you're getting smoked, it means that your gear, did you follow the gear recommendations? Do you have perfect gear? Do you have damage reductions on your gear, buddy? Because that's the only thing I can think of. I can literally think of nothing else, man. You know, if you don't have the correct, and this is just me being straightforward with you, if you don't have the correct gear, you are going to have a bad time. Alright? You must have all the right gear. Oh no, I'm not gonna use a potion here. I'm doing Ravening Pit for a while. So that's why I'm not touching any potions, because I don't really need them. What I'm doing is I'm just spamming my Wrathful Invokers and Tormented Varshan Invokers. See if I can get another Barber Heart. That's all. That's why I'm not bothering with an elixir, because in the open world, right, there's a trail behind mechanic. So monsters are lower than your level, which is a waste of my potion. So I'm just gonna pop it when I go back into the Nightmare Dungeons. Well, first of all, you're in the Eternal Realm, so that's your first problem. You need to, for the Eternal Realm, you don't have Malignant Heart, so you have to insert skulls into your jewelry. Then, if you're level 47, you need to be following the early and mid-game build and follow exactly what I say in there. Okay? Did you follow exactly my build? Did you follow exactly what I said in there? Because even without anything else, right, skill build alone, you'll get 16% damage reduction from your sacrifices, and on top of that, your Blood Golem will be giving you another 15% damage reduction, so you should never be getting smoked. I literally cleared the dungeon super early. So because you don't have Malignant Hearts, you're going to have to manually trigger your Corpse Explosion. I suggest you consult the... Did you watch the Eternal Realm video, or did you watch the Seasonal video? Because Seasonal, you have automatic Corpse Explosions. That makes a huge difference. Okay? In the Eternal Realm, the skill build is a bit different because you are going to have to manually trigger your Corpse Explosions. So just be very aware of that, yeah? Your Corpse Tendril and your Corpse Explosions are manually triggered. So you're going to need ranks in Corpse Tendrils. Especially, like, this comes from your boots mostly, but you have to put the ranks into Corpse Tendril yourself because they do not automatically activate. So check out the pre-season Bone Spear Necro build. That is the video you need, not the seasonal one. That'll explain the Eternal Realm build. Yes, I will be killing Uber Lilith as soon as I get to level 100. I'm not gonna bother doing it early because it's a waste of my time, so I'm just gonna do it exactly once I hit 100, and that'll be this character finished. No problem, Parrish. But my recommendation is never touch Eternal Realm, only play Seasonal, because most of the content that is going to be done on this channel will be seasonal focused. This is because the Eternal Realm is not a priority, and honest to God, the seasonal mechanics are what keeps the content alive, so I do sincerely apologize. Eternal Realm is something that people should play just to learn the game. Once you've learned the game, get out of there and just play the seasonal one. Even if you only play one character every season, it's not that bad. Just play your seasonal character, enjoy it, you know, put the game down, play a different game, come back next season when I'm on again, you know. That's the best way because, yeah, seasonal mechanics are actually super crucial to a lot of builds. Well then, nothing I can do to help you, buddy, because by Eternal Realm, like, most of the content will not be made for Eternal Realm, and if you try to follow seasonal stuff in the Eternal Realm, you're gonna have to have the knowledge to modify it yourself to suit the Eternal Realm, so just be aware of that. Alright, I'm not saying you can't, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, just be aware of that. Also, don't believe the bullshit that they tell you, yeah, you know, about, like, it's so bad to make a new character. No. Do you know that there's a leveling methodology that can get you to level 50 in, like, 4 hours? I'm going to describe it tonight in a video, so you can check that out if you want. But basically, making a new character, it's literally going to take all of 4 hours to get to level 50 using the new methodology. Then after, well, even less actually if you're skilled. Once you've done that, you can basically just go absolutely ham and have fun with the game. So just be aware that this does exist, and I'll be showcasing all these tricks, everything like that. So it's really not that bad in the season. You will literally have to play only a few days and you can have a max, like, you would literally only have to play a few, well, depending on your free time at least. Based on my calculation, 3 weeks, and you'd have a maxed out character. 3 weeks after getting level 50. I'm gonna add that. That is with about 3 hours of free time. If you got less, then I completely understand. But yeah, I highly recommend the seasonals because they are just more fun and the builds are usually better. But of course, it is your own choice. I cannot force you, but that's just my advice. And it's genuinely not that bad. Could be worse, but it's genuinely not that bad. So if y'all are concerned about XP or how long it takes to level up, well, look forward to my new video because In tonight's video, I only did it for about an hour, but I literally went from level 6 to 21 in an hour. And that is with an inexperienced use of the Barbarian, because Barbarian's not my main. If you were to use a Necro or a faster character, I guarantee you, there are cheesy ways next season, which I'll show you guys. There are very cheesy ways to level up fast. No. Every season you start afresh. But again, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. However, there are some things that I do want them to change, and this will also be something, like, honest to God, if they don't change this one thing, even I will not be very enthused about season. I still do it for the money. But, you know, I'm gonna tell you straight up, if they don't make Renown account-wide, they're not gonna have many players next season. Because a lot of players did it begrudgingly this season, but we all know that it's bullshit, and nobody's gonna want to do it again next season, so that's just me being honest. If they do that at least, then the grind is not too bad. There are ways to alleviate your struggles, because you're still gonna need materials, things like that, to make your grind relatively fast, and there'll be ways to handle that. I'm gonna teach all that next season because I want people to have the smoothest possible grind. Yeah, but it's the frustrating things that, you know, make no sense. So, like, I think that they made a lot of these processes to basically turn the grind into content, which I feel like they're trying to do, but that is never good. Like, you know, from personal experience, that is never good. So, I do not want that to be the case here. That said, it is currently the case, so, you know. I myself am not 100% enthused about the whole situation. Like, I feel that if they don't buck up on this, you know, they're gonna suffer tremendously. Not we the players, you know, we don't care. Because as we go around, we'll be able to, you know, do whatever we want. But I personally think that the devs have to get very used to several ideas that, hey, you know, maybe they need to understand that their game is not supposed to be an eternal grind fest where we just sit here and grind all day. Like, no, that was not it. And should never have been it from the beginning. Hey, what do we know, right? We're just players. I mean, the devs, in their almighty knowledge, can die at level 50 in World Tier 1. That's fucking beautiful. And you know, I saw, like, I'm still pissed off about this, guys. You know, I saw a bunch of motherfuckers, like, defending the devs in the Blizzard forums. Like, I was thinking to myself, how, like, these guys were such shills. Like, it was so fucking sad. They were all like, oh, you know, it's not a dev's job to play the game, you know. Like, if they're a dev for art, it doesn't matter whether they play the game. No, if you don't have any passion to even play your own fucking game, why are you a dev? I feel that it should be a mandatory requirement. I don't care what the devs think. Devs have no rights as people. Devs do not exist as human beings, okay? Devs are here just to bring us content. That's all they are. They are content mules. And they need to understand that they have no value other than to bring us good content. And if they cannot bring us good content, much like content creators do, you know, then they're worthless. They're less than worthless, you know? Because at least streamers care. At least content creators care, you know? So what I'm going to say straight up is that devs must play their own games. I feel it should be mandatory in this industry. If the devs don't play their own games, they should not be a dev. End of story. And if they have to mandatorily spend 2 hours on their game, otherwise, if they say that, oh, this game is boring, I don't want to play, then why are you designing a game that's boring? Why are you even playing a game that's boring? Why are you making a game that's boring? That's not how it's supposed to work, you know? That's the wrong way to do things, and I feel that that is just so annoying. Sup, Renzo? Mad Cats, you're getting a lot of items that have cold damage on them. Is Bone Spear cold damage or physical? Do you know how to check? Do you know how to check this? I'm assuming you don't, right? Okay, I'm gonna teach you as soon as I leave this dungeon how to check this. Pay attention to the screen. Okay, pay close attention to the screen, because if you miss it, I'm not gonna show you again. Okay? Pay close attention. Everyone should know this, okay? If anyone doesn't know this, I'm gonna be very angry with you because I've taught this lesson so many times. When you hover over your skills, right? If you read the skill description, now if you're on console, you're forgiven because you cannot hover over in the console, which is stupid. All right, they really need to fix that. Then again, devs don't even play their own games, right? Okay, if you look down the bottom, it tells you what type of damage is on the skill. This is why the hover mechanic is so important, and I don't know why console people can't hover. You see, this corpse explosion, now that it has been enhanced, it tells me it's shadow damage. But if I hover over Bone Spear, it tells me it's physical damage. Do you see how that works? So realistically speaking, you will always be able to tell what kind of damage something does, whether it's physical, shadow, you know, all that kind of stuff, just by hovering over it. However, I understand if you're on console. If you're on console, you cannot actually hover over stuff, which again, very dumb. Okay, I really don't know who came up with this idea that this is a great mechanic for some god-awful reason. Okay, it's a terrible mechanic. Please fix, dear sweet lord. Okay, but yes, you can absolutely just hover over and tell. So Bone Spear and most of the Necromancer skills are physical, except for the shadow-based skill. Even blood is physical damage, but the shadow-based skills are all shadow damage, okay? So I hope this helps. You can do this with any of the other characters, like the Druid, the Sorcerer, and it'll help you check what type of damage that skill is. Okay, so you can do it from the skill tree? Alright. Because people were telling me that they couldn't hover... Well, I guess there's other things you cannot hover over, because apparently you can't even hover over stats here like this in the console, so... But if you can at least do it from the skill tree, that's not so bad. Also, sorry. Thought. If I were to just build, like, say, 20 of these, what will happen? After opening 20, how many Wrathful Hearts can I get after opening 20? I just want to see what's the drop rate. Oh, not horrifying. Neither was Barber, but not horrifying. Oh, hey, this one was Barber, but it's not a tier 4 Barber. Still, I'll keep that there as a just in case, you know. Any tier 4 corpse explosions? No. Okay, well, that's annoying. But c'est la vie. Any tier 4 armors as well. Tier 4 revenge? No tier 4 revenge. Okay, the rest I don't care about then. Actually, I'll transfer this one. It's level 50. I'll transfer it to my druid. My druid deserves a barber. Put it there for him. Okay, let's go back to the Ravening Pit. We've still got a couple to spend. Let's go see if we can get another tier 4 barber. Tier 4. I need my tier 4. I need my tier 4 hearts. So, Mad Cats, I hope that answered your question, yeah? Ah, yes. Console sucks, man. I really hope that they fix it better for you guys. Oh, don't worry about that. You know, I know you guys don't get the important information. So, honestly, I feel that you guys are getting ripped off of a great experience. Because they, like, this is where I get mad about the devs, because it's so stupid. Look, think about it this way. If you go into stay stats, right, and you were to hover over this, it would tell you so much. Like, it tells you that it stacks with your normal critical strike damage bonus. It tells you which damage types stack with each other. So, like, all of this information is actually crucial to, like, really deep diving into builds. And I feel that the devs have screwed out the console players because apparently, like, that no hover mechanic is stupid. So I hope that they at least give you guys a way of finding out stuff better. Because there's so much information that you get through a variety of means that, you know, just seems weird that you can't do from console. Although I'm glad to hear, at least from what the other guy said, that you can actually still hover, at the very least in the skill tree. So hopefully that helps and you can check from skill tree in future. And what level do I recommend going into the capstone dungeon? Usually I would go into the capstone dungeon at level 47. Of course you'd be comfortable at tier 2 at level 43. I mean, assuming you're using a robot build, you should always be comfortable in world tier 2. But capstone dungeons in general, I do them around about level 47. Why? Because that way, as soon as I get into world tier 3, the lowest level creature in world tier 3 is level 55. So during the capstone dungeon, I usually go up a level, which means that the final result is approximately level 48, and I'm just one level off from the ideal, which is 6, because you can only get XP from monsters 6 levels higher. Like, that's the maximum you can get in world tier 3. So I try not to go too far beyond that. So usually, yeah, 47 is when I clear the capstone. I clear it like with total ease because, you know, most people can do the capstone by like level 41, but I just clear it at level 47, have an easy time, then I absolutely destroy world tier 3 and start getting my equipment together and everything. That's usually what I do. The Paragon board will be updated when I am level 90 or level 100. Actually, it depends. Probably level 100. So I'll post my endgame build when it's ready. Other than that, make your own choices for a while, you know? Or you can play some other characters while you wait. Patience is the key, Kush. If you want to see more stuff, then make sure you turn into more streams, watch more videos, share more stuff. The more I see the views going up, the faster I do stuff. Because, you know, I gotta make that money. So, the more support y'all give me, the more I can do. But otherwise, I can only go at a reasonable pace. So, yeah, just be aware of that. How fast I work is honestly determined by how much support I get. Because I can only do, you know, the maximum possible for the revenue that I earn. So please do be understanding of that. This is a tier 4, but worthless. Okay, let's go kill Varshan again. I'll spend all my invokers first. Hey, welcome back, Chungus man. Oof. That's okay. Take a couple minutes to chill. So, any other questions you need to ask, Mad Cats? Especially because I know you're on console now. If you got anything you're confused about, best ask. I will try and make the information as smooth and painless for you as possible. But seriously, I hate devs. I hate the devs that don't cater to their player base. Console is crucial, guys. I personally feel that devs need to take care of console players for PC ports. They need to take care of console players better. Say vice versa as well. A lot of the games that release on console don't take care of their PC player base. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, I'm looking at you. Also, Wild Hearts, I'm looking at you. Also, what was it? What was that other one? Oh yeah, Redfall, I'm looking at you. I'm really happy that they care about console peeps, you know, for those that are porting to PC, but they gotta care for the PC peeps too. It's a globalized gaming world, man. We're all on different things, but we all play together, you know? But there must be equal care from developers. I think that that is crucial in this gaming industry. If the developers don't say that, you know, if the developers don't follow that, they're gonna lose out majorly. Especially to those smaller indie developers that create hits. You know, yeah. Redfall sucked ass. Yes. There's one that I'm already a partner for that I can't talk about. The other one is First Descendant. So these two games I'm partnered with. There is a third or a fourth that well, technically I call it fourth, that I'm interested in. It's called Synced, but I'm gonna wait and see because I've pre-registered for it, but I'm waiting for the email about when it actually goes live. Because there's a huge variety of games that are coming, and some of them are honestly pretty good. So do look forward to them because I genuinely think that they're going to be a blast to play and for people to play on stream as well. So between seasons, that's my goal. That's why I'm like pushing to finish these seasons ASAP. I really want to get all that done, and then once it's done, you know, I'm happy. But honestly, Diablo devs really need to get their shit together for Season 2. Well, I'm just gonna be honest, this is not it. Like, so far, the lost interest in Diablo 4 is crazy, bros. Like, I expected, after Season 1, a lot of people tuned in, right? We were on a blow-up path, now we're on the complete opposite, you know? It's on a blow-down path, and that is super fucking sad, because there's no endgame. Basically, everybody gets to level 100, and then that's it. Mommy, it's over. You know? That's not the right way. One second. I said that quite a while, Mad Cats, so... Same goes for all of you. Make sure that your stream is set to live. Don't watch it on a delay, because watching it on a delay causes a lot of problems. Also, those of you that haven't liked and shared yet, please do, yeah? So I'll just wait for Mad Cats to confirm that he's at the live section of the video. And what level did I ditch the Golem? Around levels 80 plus, because I just wanted more offensive power, that's all. Nothing crazy about it. I just wanted more offensive power, so I ditched the Golem at that exact level. And that was it. That was it. I don't have a more special answer for you because that's literally it. I just, at around level 80 plus, I was like, yep, I want more offensive power and I don't need the defense because my character's already pretty godlike, so I just straight up
Plenty worth keeping.
Removed it then and there. Okay. Hey, Callie, that's okay, man. Work as hard as you can. Alright? Then just remember to save a little donation for your boy, okay? That way I too can work harder. But that's okay. Welcome to the stream, man. Take a load off, chillax. We're all chilling here. Spent an hour trying to farm a stupid, you know? Barber Heart. I got one that's world tier 4 level. But it's not ideal. I usually go for something way better. But this will have to do. Okay, I'm gonna go put on the ossified essence key passive on it. I'll just take a second. And then I'm pretty much ready to go. Excuse me. Bing, done. Okay, great. Now I'm good to go. Let's go see how this feels in actual combat. First, to kill the shot, get rid of all the hearts, and then we're going back in the nightmare dungeons. Time to pop some potions and go ham. So I can go one way but not the other. Understandable. Give me the weakest iron barb elixir. 2 of these will be perfect for my little gaming session. Okay, good. Potion in. Now, Avenger is fine. Death Pulse is okay, not ideal, but that's alright. Cave, Mortal Elimination. Suppressor is a no-no. This is okay. Watch Breaker is okay, although Drifting Shade is a bit annoying. So let's can that. Vulnerable resist, no thank you. Okay. Start with Avenger. Iron Hold, let's go. I wonder if Mad Cat's managed to catch up to the current live area. I hope he did. If he did, then I'll answer his question. I just want to make sure that he's at the actual live point. Because I did not get an answer for him. Hey, welcome to the Weird Bots, my dude. Oh, crud, I forgot to get rid of all these. Damn it. Ah, I'm silly. Okay, we're gonna have to do this a little bit wildly. I completely forgot about the hearts. Oh, that is so stupid of me. Okay, okay. Let's try and do this as best I can. I also keep getting Bloodless Scream. Like, I'm very happy that I get uniques, but they're useless uniques. Would be nice if they were actually decent.
I can fix it.
Yeah, I'll get rid of all these hearts soon. But welcome, welcome. Welcome to the family. Well, I'm glad to see you with a green name, buddy. Now tell me, rap or sea shanty? Choose one for your reward. And I shall perform after this dungeon. Okay, sounds good. I'm always down to rap. I won't last on my own.
From here. Please, take this.
Okay. There we are. Is that the butcher? Oh, I thought it was the butcher. I legit thought I heard the butcher, but I didn't. I was getting excited, you know. I was hoping I could break him down, but unfortunately, no butcher. You know, I heard the butcher can spawn in the boss room. I'd actually be really interested in that. I think that'll be super cool to see happen. 2 bosses at once. That'll be a fun fight. The butcher's always afraid of me. It will be unbelievably depressing for you. Why? Oh, well, I mean, you're currently at, I think, a lower level right now, so yeah. He's scary in the lower levels, don't worry too much. Once you get up to about my level, you want the butcher to spawn, because he gives you good loot. Yeah, that's rough, buddy, that's rough. But you do realize that Mother's Judgment destroys a lot of people if they're unprepared. Why? Because Mother's Judgment is quite unique. Her damage is very high because the character is naturally... lightning damage is naturally high for enemies, right? And resistances don't really work properly in the current state of the game, so don't feel too bad. Mother's Judgment beats a lot of people that aren't prepared for it. If you're not fully prepared for that playstyle, she will kill you. Dodging and learning her attack patterns is the key. You cannot face tank and just stand there and fire. You'll die really quickly. No, I'm just gonna chuck stuff in here and salvage things that way. Make it faster. That way I do not have to return to Cawthorn. Offload my equipment. Genius. I never looked up her abilities, but I in general knew that she was tougher, so I was just like, okay, I will prepare a little better. Okay, let's go. Let's go get that XP. Oh yeah. Before that, before we enter the dungeon, it's rap time. There are just some malignant hearts that can drain resources, that's all. And it'll make those in particular drain less. So that's all it's used for. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Now, I do believe I owe you guys a rap. Let me bust out. Now, this one you're going to hear on my SoundCloud after stream tonight. It's getting uploaded. Okay? Have a listen. This one is for Callie. Thank you so much for becoming a channel member. Yo. I hope you guys enjoy this, alright? This is my story on the mic. Asian Robot. Y'all ready? I roll with the raps every single time, working my ass off, baby, like it's crunch time. Still got nothing in my bank, but I'm sublime, waiting here to blow, cause I make it on my own grind. Everybody always pin me down for the count, but you call me John Cena when I kick my way out. Put me in a box, label me down as you please. My voice hits you harder than a mental disease. Sing me a song of this pain you're feeling when your world is breaking. Sing me a song of everything you've ever felt beneath the weather. Don't give a damn about the rules that I'm breaking. Half the fuckers in this game, they be faking. I'ma hit them with the truth till they be quaking. Corpse gonna pave this road that I'm making. I'm a fucking king to the end of my days. Solo or a team, yeah, I go my own way. Half the fun is breaking through the struggle that I'm in. So I'ma keep the struggle till the day that I win. Sing me a song of the pain you're feeling when your world is breaking. Sing me a song of everything you've ever felt beneath the weather. Don't give a damn about the rules that I'm breaking. Every moment is the time that I've taken. Living my life, lungs stop breathing. I'm a living hard till my lungs stop breathing. I don't care about the rules that I'm breaking. Every moment is the time that I've taken. Living my life till my lungs stop breathing. Sing my last to the people all saying, don't give a damn about the rules that I'm breaking. Half the fuckers in this game are faking. I'ma hit them with the truth till they be quaking. Corpse gonna pave this road that I'm making. I'm a fucking king till the end of my days. Solo or team, yeah, I go my own way. Have the fun is breaking through the struggle that I'm in. So I'ma keep the struggle till the day that I win. The tale of this underdog is fucking personal. I'ma just live it like my life is a musical, whimsical, till these curtains both close. Till then I'ma hear this song that you know. SoundCloud tonight, folks, for the full version. And it sounds even nicer with the studio version. So thank you very much for that. Alright, let's go. Thank you for becoming a member. But by the way, sorry Parrish, that effect that you're asking about is from the season. I thought you were playing Eternal. So if you're playing in the season, that's, yeah, a Devious Malignant Heart. So not quite sure, because if you're playing Eternal, you don't have to concern yourself with that. That is a seasonal thing. That is from the seasonal Malignant Heart. If you're in the Eternal realm, all you do is just put skulls into your jewelry. So you don't have to worry about the extra effects. Dang. If you have a seasonal, you should have just stuck with the seasonal rather than making an eternal. Legit, eternal is mostly for trying builds at level 100, and just making sure that they run well. Like being totally legit, that's all they're for, more or less. At least until they actually add an endgame, like an actual endgame, which they don't have right now. Once they have an actual endgame, you know, I'd be quite alright with like eternal characters can be used to play the endgame once in a while, which is fine. But right now, basically everything that we have is seasonal. And even then, the only thing we can do is get to level 100 on our characters, and then there's no true endgame. Which I think is one of the biggest complaints for the season. Which again is something that I hope gets fixed. I would genuinely like to see a true endgame, in my opinion. Hey Mo, I'm doing okay. Surprisingly, I'm coughing a bit less today, so I'm actually pretty happy. See you later, Cheshire. Got my new music recorded and done. I can certainly say that life is alright. Oh yeah, I live with them all the time, but they're slowly getting better. Stage by stage. Aha. One will be uploaded today, the other one will be uploaded tomorrow. And like I was telling several people, we also got some all new stuff coming. I'm going to be shifting my morning streams potentially to a new platform. So that's going to happen. Night streams will stay here, of course. But it will give me more leeway to create even more content on YouTube. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, let me head back quickly to offload my inventory. Yeah, lots of stuff that I want to bust out, you know? To make all these streams even better. All my content even better.
Give it over to you then.
Okay, back in. What do you need to know about them? Because there isn't much you need to know. Just go into the malignant tunnels, kill the malignant, then capture the cage heart and hope it's the one you're looking for. That's about it. The only hearts you need to focus on are the ones that are mentioned in the videos for the season. That's all. Other than that, it's just go to the tunnels and farm them. So, I'm not quite sure what information you need beyond that. If there's anything specific, you can ask me right now, and I'll see if I can tell you, but basically, that's literally all you need to know. Just go to any of the malignant tunnels, go farm the hearts, come out, and then insert the hearts that you actually need, and that's it. That is legit the end of the story. And of course, the information on the hearts that you need and stuff will always be posted in the build videos themselves. For all the seasonal ones, there's a dedicated section that says malignant hearts. You know, this is the malignant hearts in the build. Yeah, Necro is fun for destroying the Butcher. It happened on stream, but, you know, I just wanted to post I didn't have time to post the short. A part of that is why I want to shift my morning streaming platform. just because, you know, I feel it might be more beneficial to conquer 2 areas at once. That way I can make more shorts content and overload you guys a bit less as well. Okay. Yep, I'm looking forward to the new experience of bringing something else out, you know? I feel that it might be beneficial. Okay, we're good, we're good. These 2 we can remove. Okay, I can tell you that right now. The difference between brutal, vicious, and devious is just the color of the slot. The color slot in, like, the slot must match the type of heart. So for example, this one has a red slot, right? So this ring can only insert vicious hearts, which are red. That's it. That's the only difference. Vicious, brutal, devious is just the color of the heart, and it can go into only that slot. If you've got a gray, which is a wrathful heart, it can go into any slot. All right? This will all be stated right here at the top of the description. Can be inserted into vicious, malignant slots found in jewelry. So your jewelry will come with the specific slot. See, empty, devious, malignant slot. Exactly like that. Invokers are these things which you use in the tunnel. Please complete the seasonal quest line and they'll tell you about these invokers. If you did not complete the campaign and they have not told you about these invokers yet, do the seasonal quest line and the invokers will become, you need to do the seasonal quest line to learn the tutorial about invokers. They are crucial for your farming and also for creating a few other things later on that you'll need. All right. So like I said, I don't think you need a video on it. I can literally just explain that in under a minute. And also all of this is taught to you through the seasonal quest line. Have you done the seasonal quest line? Because if you have not done the seasonal quest line, that's the first thing you should do. But you need to finish the campaign. Once you finish the campaign, you can skip the campaign and start the seasonal quest line right from, you know, stage 1. So it is highly recommended that you do that instead. Don't try to learn the seasonal stuff after getting level 50. Some people did it that way. I can tell you it was not a pleasant experience for them, because they felt that like they were so behind. Because the seasonal stuff, like, that's what the Eternal Realm is for. Doing the normal campaign and everything, then you go to the seasonal realm and just start the season by skipping campaign. Okay, hope that helps. I'll be publishing a newbie guide for season 2, obviously, because, you know, it's a good idea. But yeah, I have not published one for season 1 because there was just no need at this current point in time. Let's move up to the tier 47s. And thank you, newbie. I look forward to it. It'll probably be around next week that I'll really get anything serious done. For now, I'll still be on YouTube working on a whole bunch of content, but like I said, on a personal level, I'm pretty excited to, you know, shift around, bring out a lot more stuff, because that way I can just start posting shorts, things like that, all the way during the times that I have Also, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. Yeah, like and share the stream. In fact, it's time for me to share it myself. Let's go to ChatGPT. That works. Boom. Yeah. I love my ChatGPT tweets. They're great. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, if they no blow me, bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the ton is done, we'll take our leave and go. She'd have been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. Captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the ton is done, we'll take our leave and go. For 40 days or even more. I can't memorize the rest. I need my lyric sheet. Damn, tier 47 is just getting one shot by me. It's crazy. Well, if someday you donate, you can always pick a sea shanty. Rap is not for everybody, I understand that. But rap is my soul music. That is the music that speaks for my soul. Okay, grab the ancient statue. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, let's carry on.
These walls protect all who came before me. These walls will protect all who come after me. Lend me the strength of my fathers. Lend me the wisdom of my mothers. Lend me the bravery of my siblings, ancestors. Lend me the power to resist evil in all its forms.
Okay. Shifting City seems pretty short as well. I can dig that. It's actually pretty okay. Shifting City is okay. Nice. And what did I get? Razor plate. LOL. Oh, that's fair. Okay, back to town. Also, I need to do a little something. Give me a moment. Okay. Little moment in time. Gotta go. I realized I did not charge my power bank. Oh no. No. Oh. Okay, let's start by, am I gonna scrap this? Yes, I am, so we'll just put in a heart here so I can scrap it. Are we gonna scrap this? Yes, we are, so that's gonna have that. We're scrapping this, we're scrapping this, we're scrapping this. Alright. Not too bad so far. Let's go get rid of those first. Razor plate will keep. Junked.
Fight hard, eh? Make the devils pay.
That's a no-no. Imperfect stats. Imperfect stats. I'm only searching for the most perfect stats. And this razor plate will go stash it. Whit. Yeah. My little patio chair. Someday, I'll be a popular enough streamer that I'll have a real gaming chair. Okay. Okay, now that we've done all that, let's see, what do we have? Hoarfrost Demise. This one's really good. Going straight in. No questions asked. Hoarfrost Demise is one of the shorter dungeons. Plenty of good XP too. Oh, what a day. What a day. Oh, what a day. What a beautiful day. But you know, despite the slow decline of interest in Diablo 4, thank you to the people who tune in every day and watch my stream and stuff. Really very pleasant to see more of you coming in and enjoying the vibes. Thank you all. I would not be anywhere if not for you guys. Now let's go smash this nightmare dungeon with like my super fast build. I just feel that, like, I swear they deliberately limit our XP, you know? This is why I love Hoarfrost Demise. Look, the small corridors with like dozens upon dozens of. This feels so good. I just want to check down here. Oh. I knew it. There was somebody there. Damn, YouTube wiped out my chat again. Wonder why it always does that. Travel to the Flesh Cavern. Oh. There it is, the Khazra Abomination. And it's over. Instantaneous victory, ladies and gents. Now, where is my sacrificial glyph? There you are. Okay, back to town. In the meantime, I'm gonna check something. Ah, okay, great. Figured out the information I needed. Bada bing, bada boom. Pretty good. Don't really need the coins, so junk these. And since I'm back in Kyovashad as well, let's head on over to the bench. Get rid of all those. Then Tomb of the Saints was good. That's level 48 though. I don't want to do stockades. Stockades are no-no. That one has crit resist anyway, so Tomb of the Saints is perfect. That's a nice fast dungeon. Well, fast-ish. I'd love to stop for gathering legions, but that's just gonna slow me down, so no way, not no how. I ain't wasting my time with that. Alright, let's go. I need to drive my level up. I can smell that extra power. And zap. Twisted Hollow. I can't remember if that's one of the fast ones. But if it ends up with good modifiers, I'll check it out. Some of these, due to the exceptionally low travel time involved. Hey Cole, what's up? Due to the extremely low travel time involved throughout the dungeon, I mean, it's fast to clear. So I like to pick those if I can. Zap. Do 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 do. Ah, there's the switch. Touch. Whack. Oh dear. I forgot about the lightning. No! Embarrassing death. Another thing I hate about the lightning storm modifier. Sometimes the thing is like so far back that when you're in the middle of combat, it's not exactly viable to be running back. Again? Damn. Maybe it wasn't lightning storm that time. It was definitely that creature that one-shotted me. I hate those snipers. They are equally bad. They are the only ones that make me potentially run defensive, but I guess I'm also rushing a bit too much. Because this dungeon is just filled with ranged enemies, so. If I'm rushing way too much, I better slow down. Hey, Ben. What's up? Oh yeah, nothing much is up. Just where is the weirdo adventure? I don't. Oh, there they are. Like, her friends are in this freaking room, and she's all the way out there, so she's guaranteed safe. Well, there goes that one. So how are you today, Penny Boy? I hope you're doing good. I'm still waiting for the butcher to show up even once, but I think he has learned his lesson after the 7-second kill, you know? And now he's refusing to show his face. Okay. Early morning, eh? Nice. Nothing wrong with getting an early start to the day. Back to town. YouTube is wilding a bit though. For some god awful reason, YouTube's been buffering my own stream and I'm literally the streamer. Sometimes I feel that YouTube is so tubey. Junked. And as for the rest, dumped. Hello, what the? How you doing today? Okay, back in we go. Let's go be wild, shall we? Time to go break this. Oh, it's not the boss yet. But just as I remembered, Tomb of the Saints is good. Thanks to all the tight corridors. And very, very easy. Makes for some very easy shots. Of course, I'd be even more thrilled if Dumb Hind Tunnels spawn 24/7, but we all know that's not possible, so... This is called the Lightning Storm Affix. If you do a Nightmare Dungeon with the Lightning Storm Affix, that thing will above you is your only means of surviving. Occasionally, it will generate a shield, and you have to stay inside that shield, otherwise you take massive damage and get stunned. So in the middle of a fight, if that thing pops, and you're not in the shield, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm glad you're going good. So welcome to the stream. What the? Hey Boog. Hey, how's it hanging? No problem, Viper. I'm always happy to talk with my audience. You've been here the entire time? Well, it's okay, because you haven't chatted, so you haven't been paying attention. Therefore, I will greet you again. Any problems with that, Boog? Doth thou have something to say about it?
The forge. Come back if you need the forge.
That's what I thought, my boy. That's what I thought.
Blessings on you, friend.
Blessings on you, friend. Sarat's Lair, my favorite. With Death Pulse, this is a death sentence, but you know what? Let's go. Let's go to the lair of Sagat. Okay. I have 3 Mendel rings, but if you want to get that, Viper, but you don't know what the floating thing is, what level are you? Because you can only get I'm surprised, Mendel's ring is something you can only obtain in World Tier 4 and above. So, you're trying a summoner build. Are you a low level character? Because you should know what that floating thing is. I mean, it's pretty standard for Nightmare Dungeons. So I'm very confused. What level are you trying to get Mendel's ring at? And also, honest advice, don't ever play a summon build. Unless you are a level 100 character, it is going to be ass. But, you know, that's just me being honest with you. Up to you if you really want to. Bone Spear is the only way to be effective. Yep. That's your first problem. Don't ever play a Summoner Necro. It's only for level 100 characters, because you need nearly perfect gear to actually make your minions do anything, you know, viable. If you really want to play a Necro, Bone Spear Necro is the way. Shadow Necros are okay, but they're still pretty weak overall. Bone Spear Necros are the fastest and most efficient. So you really want efficiency? That's the way to go. Of course, you can still play a Shadow Necro if you want. But you're probably playing a mixed Shadow Necro, as in I'm sensing that it's probably mixed with minions if you're going for Mendel Ring. You won't be able to acquire it until you're in World Tier 4. And if you are in World Tier 4, you should, by the way, never do a normal dungeon. You can only do Nightmare Dungeons. If you really want to level fast and get good at the game, don't ever do a normal dungeon. You're going to be wasting time because enemies will be lower than your level. Only do Nightmare Dungeons. You should be able to get a Mendel Ring eventually. I mean, RNG means that, you know, you may not. But I've had 3 so far. I've had more trouble getting the unique that I personally need, Deathless Visage, than I've had getting the Mendel Ring, which I don't need. But again, I highly discourage anyone from playing a Summon Necro, because I've never seen somebody level well with a Summon Necro. Alright, if you want to level fast, it's the Bone Spear that's most efficient. Severblight Shadow is also okay-ish, because there's a lot of uniques that benefit that particular playstyle. That said, still not as recommended as Bone Spear, because Bone Spear is just unbelievably powerful. If you ever need the Bone Spear build, you can check out my channel, because every season I will play the most efficient build each season, so look forward to that. Yeah, that is a terrible, terrible build. Because if you're using the freeze uniques, yeah, no. How many levels above you are you fighting? In world, because for 68, you should already be in world tier 4, at least 10 levels above you. Yeah, I really, really don't recommend that combo. Of course, if it meets your needs, basically, in case you don't know, the maximum amount of XP that you can get is from monsters 10 levels above you. This was changed in patch 1.1.0, so now it's the rule. Previously, you could go as high as you wanted. So if you really want to test whether a build is working, make sure that for level 68, you should already be in World Tier 4. In fact, you should have been in World Tier 4 as early as about 65, yeah? Go into World Tier 4 and immediately start doing the lowest Nightmare Dungeons in World Tier 4, which is Tier 21. If you're able to kill in those dungeons, then your build is working fine. Basically, as long as you're killing 10 levels higher than you, your build will be counted as working fine. If you're not killing at least 10 levels higher than you in World Tier 4, then you may need to rejig your build because it will not be working in the long run. And that is just my honest advice. Oh man, my first time ever running out of potions. Wild. So I gotta rebuild my potions. 75. So that is a tier 21. Okay, as long as you were able to kill efficiently in that, and you know you didn't feel like your character is weaker than intended, then that's good. Keep on going with it. There's more than one build that will always work. So if you're fine and you feel efficient with whatever you're leveling with, you don't have to change. All right. For getting the max possible XP, there is more than one viable build. I do recommend Bone Spear, but there are reasons why people don't like it. I.e., they find that it's basically too much of an I win button. Now, some people prefer the challenge of playing other builds, and that's totally okay. Just as long as you yourself know how to measure your efficiency and you're all good. Okay, no, that's fine. As long as you feel efficient doing those, then you're all good. I see, fair enough. Well, as long as you're having fun. The only reason I ever even caution people about that is because burnout happens real quick. A lot of people play for fun, but at the end of the day they get burned out because, and this is more of a dev problem than anything, they in my honest opinion, they have not done so well on the game because there is no clearly defined end game. So due to the fact that there's no true end game for this for Diablo 4, it feels like all you really do is just get to 100 and then that's all you do, you know, your journey ends there. So a lot of people unfortunately burn out along the way, which I hope to prevent because I do obviously want more people to enjoy the game. So if you're playing for fun, you know, that's good. I hope you keep having fun your way, and I hope you continue to play every season. Because if I can see your face every season, I will be very happy, man. Although next season I am probably going to go with a Sever Blight Shadow build myself, mainly because it's a bit more attractive than Bone Spear. Depends on what they do with the actual endgame though. Like if they actually make a legit endgame that I can sink my teeth into, then I will go with the most efficient build so I can reach that endgame. But if they continue to futz around and not really give a true endgame, then I will probably just play a Bone Spear Necro next season again. Just for the efficiency, you know? The fastest way to level? Make sure to watch my video tonight. My video tonight shows the new method on leveling hyper fast if you're starting a new character. Now, I'm going to assume it's not your first character, Jordan. If it's your first character, you better do your campaign. If it's not your first character and you're making an alt, and you're already experienced with the character, you don't need to test anything, watch tonight's video. Barber Heart benefits everything. As long as you critical, it benefits everything, which is really nice. This is it's the seasonal bay. Not your first? Okay, just watch tonight's video. Basically, there's one particular tunnel. You just wanna go through that tunnel, and it will get you from 1 to level 40 in about 2 to 3 hours. So you wanna go fast? Just follow the technique in tonight's video, and that's it. Yep, understandable. But yeah, ever since they buffed the enemy density, that is legit the fastest of the fast. Can't beat it. It's like legit proven to be that fast. Like several other creators have also proved it, but I went and tested it myself today. And that's why the premiere video, if you haven't already hit the notify me button, make sure you hit that. But basically tonight, I'm going to showcase that technique. And yeah, it is good. It is actually glorious. So don't sleep on that. If you play things that way, boom. You are settled, my friend. You are settled. Roughly what time is tonight's video? If it depends on where in the world you are, buddy, but if you go to my videos, right, you'll see is this the best XP farm on the cover page? Go to that video. It's a premiere. Now, premieres are a bit special because you can hit the notify me button, and the notify me button will just make sure that you are notified as soon as it goes live. It drops in about 3.5 hours. They are, because they're structured really weirdly for the necro. Basically, shadow necros are supposed to play like they want you to use the uniques that have like what is it, Bloodless Scream or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. But I completely disagree with that playstyle because it has no synergies with any of the other stuff that you use. You see, that's why I don't know why they made the uniques in that way. But based on the recent dev stream, where literally the devs died in World Tier 1 at level 50. Yeah, the devs don't actually know what they're doing. So it basically made a lot of people, even more people, lose trust in Diablo 4. So Diablo 4 is currently in the worst state it's been since the Season 1 launch. Like, it actually recovered a bit with the last patch, and then immediately after the Season 1 launch, boom. That stupid dev video came out, and now everybody's lost all their trust. Which I don't blame them for, because God, it was horrifying. My hot take. These devs have no clue what they're doing or why they're even doing it. One day, if they actually, you know, had passion for the video games that they're helping to work, one day if they actually, you know, got a life and decided that they, you know, they weren't just being salary thieves, maybe they might actually make a good game for us. And I hate the fact that I have to rag on this game when I really love Diablo, and I knew that this game was going to be the one for me. But I tell you, if that's the kind of people they're hiring, oof. Season 2, we are in danger. It explains a lot of the design choices that up till now I didn't really have an explanation for, but now I'm like, oh, so this is why. Soka. You are so unbelievably bad. I still don't understand why they thought it was a great idea to have those guys even playing this goddamn game. Like, really? They couldn't find anyone better? Would have been nice. Okay, let's go with Forgotten Ruins. Electric Lance. Helltide just started. Yeah, welcome back, Jordan. I can understand that. But yeah, I can never play games like Remnant or Baldur's Gate because single player games, they're only good for very established streamers. Unfortunately, for those of us in our growing stages, we have to tough it out on a live service game. Thankfully, there's a lot more good live service games that are coming and ones that I'm actually a partner with, so I can, you know, hopefully influence some direction on those. But yeah, those games are coming out soon and I'm looking forward to them. Like Blizzard, I'm not a partner. I'm just a gamer like you guys, but for these other games, I'm a partner. So I'm really looking forward to them and I hope they're good as well. They're all live service as well, so that's really good. I enjoy live service games because it gives me a chance to make a lot of guides, you know, tutorials, things like that. And that's usually where I like most of my content to come from. I like to talk about the things that I experience, share the videos that I experience, you know. That's what I'm all about. So welcome back, Mr. Jordan Blake. I'm glad you're still following my content at least. But believe me, I understand your feelings because yeah, no. Things have just been getting worse mostly because of the devs. Like, at least now we understand. You know, I praise them in a twisted way for being honest. Their devs don't even play the bloody game. How are they supposed to actually make something good for us if they don't even care about the game? If the dev, like, I was talking about it yesterday, you know, my hot take, as unpopular as it seems, probably devs are going to hate on me and never give me a job again, but I don't really care because I know the good devs will. I feel that devs must play their own game. A developer must have enough passion to play his own game 2-3 hours per day after work. If they're not passionate enough to actually play the game 2-3 hours after work like the rest of us, then how can they make us a good game? They're literally just taking a salary and doing what they're told. There's no passion in the work. They're automatons. They're robots. They're more robotic than me, you know? Hey, Rain, what's up, man? What's good? It's your favorite robot ranting today, Rain. Cause my god, the devs of this game, you know, piss me off. I don't know, Viper, I don't know, but I think that it's really sad that these two devs don't even play the game. Like, if you want to be a dev for a game, you must play it. I don't give a shit who you are. You play the fucking game. Otherwise, don't develop my game for me. I'd rather work with an indie studio that actually plays their own games. And even then, they get it wrong 95% of the time. No. My personal thought is I want to see devs playing their game 2-3 hours per day. If you're not even willing to dedicate your time, then you're just treating this game as a job. Like if you're a dev for this game, but you're more passionate about other games, then why are you being a salary thief? It's okay. Go play those other games. Apply for a job with those other games. Oh wait, probably because you had to find a studio that would hire your punk ass. Well, maybe if you showed some passion, a real studio would hire you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel that a lot of people are like this. And for a lot of them, they feel that, oh, Blizzard's my dream job, so I just made it. I'm a king now, I work for Blizzard. But you don't have any actual passion, so you're just giving the Blizzard audience shit and you're losing them customers in the long term. That's no bueno. You know, I'm a PoE hater because I disliked PoE 1. I really hated Path of Exile 1. Too complex, too annoying, too boring. I absolutely despised it. But you know what? You're right. At least their fucking devs play the game. This only makes me want to try Path of Exile 2. Next year, I'm gonna make an appeal, you know, after I grow my channel, grow my sub accounts, everything like that. I'm gonna actually appeal to them to make me a partner. See if Path of Exile's, you know, keen on hiring a Diablo Pro as a partner. Maybe they can give me a chance. If they're willing to do that, I'd rather play Path of Exile too, at this rate, because this is stupid. This is dumb. You know? If they can really give me a good ARPG experience with an endgame, then they are going to beat out Diablo. I didn't want to believe it for the longest time. I'm a Path of Exile hater. But I'm telling you, the fact that the devs actually play their bloody game, that makes me a convert. I'm playing softcore daily gamer bros. If you don't mind, sometimes I'm answering questions from others. Would you not spam my chat? Instead, wait for me to have a moment to answer you. That'd be really pleasant. Yeah? Spamming chats are very uncool. And, you know, if you're a daily gamer bro, I'm pretty sure you would know that, right? So let's give streamers a chance to talk. Especially if they're already on a topic, yeah? Okay? Let's try and be pleasant people here. Manners make the man. If you don't have manners, then, thou art not a man. Yeah, Path of Exile 1 did not interest me, and I'll tell you why. Too complex. Too complex. I hated the stupid bartering system. I hated everything about it. Alright, I hated everything from A to Z, but right now, if they make a very interesting system, one that players can get behind, if they make it something like, basically, if they give me Diablo 4 without all the pitfalls of Diablo 4, like, for example, being able to respec my character anytime, try out builds anytime. I don't want them to clone the old Path of Exile. I don't want a hardcore experience because that's not gonna give me a very good fun time. No, that's not. What is gonna give me a good fun time is actually, you know, being able to actually play like a game where my time is appropriately rewarded. I'm not grinding forever just to get to the end level and then that's it, you know? If Path of Exile 2 delivers that experience, or even an experience where skill matters, and I've heard that it does, I'm sorry to say, but, you know, Diablo is screwed. Alright, Diablo is screwed. Good luck to them. So I hope that Diablo devs have freaking learned from this experience, you know, or they can shut their mouths and, you know, be like, la 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 la, nothing's gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, they need to learn from this very, very fucking quickly. They need to understand that they have screwed up majorly. Well, like I said, you know, as much of a hot take as it is, as much as some devs might feel hot under the collar, or they might not like me for saying this, I'm sorry. Real devs play their games, okay? Salary thieves don't even know their own game mechanics for the game they're developing for. So I hope that any devs who might tune into my show, you know, I hope you're not a salary thief. Because I'll be one of the most honest and raw partners you'll ever hire. But I don't work with salary thieves. Okay, fair enough. Had to be sure you weren't a spammer, because some people, like when their stuff isn't noticed, bro, they'll spam. So I just treat, if anybody does that, I automatically treat them as a spammer. So I do apologize, but still, you know, I gotta be cautious. Because this place, strictly no spammers. I want it to be an environment where we can all talk and share, yeah? 100%, Rain, 100%. Like, I have never been more disappointed. And I freaking love this game. I play it every day. You know, but I have never been more disappointed in this game. I've never been more disappointed in Diablo 4. Straight up. You know? I am thoroughly disappointed. And the only way to reverse that disappointment, they need to implement a rule. Devs for the game play it 2-3 hours a day. You know, and this makes me cast doubt on other games. I'm not as invested in games like Overwatch and such. I still enjoy playing it. I'm just not as invested in them. But I'm going to tell you straight up, this makes me cast a lot of doubt on games like Overwatch. Because what if their devs don't play the game? If their devs aren't at least master rank, then how can they develop a good game? Because they've no clue what balance is like at the upper stages. You know, they're not ready. They're not ready for this responsibility. They're not ready to take on this challenge. You know, I'm sad about that, you know? Deeply saddened. But anyway, like I said, I'm just trying to tough it out till September, November, because I do have a lot of big partnerships coming my way. And you know, as long as they're more fulfilling than this, I'll be playing. So for those of you that don't know, catch me on First Descended. That one's upcoming. There's another one that's unofficial right now, so I cannot say too much about that, but you know, I'm looking forward to it. A level 92 Druid. I have not played Druid to level 92. I wouldn't be able to advise you. No, I am equally shocked. The devs should know the best builds in the game. They should, like, if they're gonna showcase something, why would they be showcasing it in World Tier 1? They should be showing the most overpowered builds possible, and of course they should be playing to that standard. The fact that they cannot even meet that standard is just sad, you know? So I am 100% disappointed in that. I feel that they've completely failed in that regard, you know? Second. Oh, this is intelligence based. Damn it. It's gonna require some switcheroony. But yeah, you'll have to be patient, Callie, because I cannot tell you that. My only advice would be keep an eye on my druid build as I play it and see how yours compares. I can understand you missing your Eternal Necro, but seasons are seasons. You gotta play them. You know? The danger of playing a different build to what I'm playing is that you may not get the full experience. But what I will say, you know, just to be thoroughly honest, is that if you are, like, the way to test if you're meeting the standard is simple. As long as you are able to kill at least 10 levels above you, then you're doing enough. Okay? Minimum is 10 levels above you. Try to be able to kill 12 levels above you comfortably. You can do 12 levels above you comfortably. I'd say you're critting more than enough. Okay, so don't sweat it too much if you think that it's not absolutely BAP, you know? If it's not best absolute perfect, that's okay. Whoa. This is a pretty good chess piece. If I could just roll max life on it, this would be some pretty insane damage, not gonna lie. Let's go try and re-roll it, yeah? Yep, no problem, Callie. Don't dally. Hand it over. No, I will dally. How dare you even speak to me? Okay, now let's try and roll for max life. Come on. Papa needs some max life right here. Papa needs a brand new bag. Just even once, max life. I'll go to 2 mil if I have to. Damn it! Okay. That's a failure. Such a shame. 3 perfect stats, but no max life. Do not want. Oh well, I'll make the money back easy, but still. Alright, let me go... Oh, sorry, not that. Just what I've been looking for. Okay, now. Charnel House. I can't remember if this one is fast or slow. Only one way to find out, though. Time to go in. Welcome back, Chungus man. I just saw your message. Well, I couldn't tell that, Daily Gamer Bros. I felt that the game was great. Up until the first Season 1 patch, that one was terrible overall. So, yeah. Like, all along I felt that most things were okay. There were like some justifications behind it. But, you know, recently I did see their post that they're recruiting a lot of roles for Blizzard. Maybe that explains it. Maybe some key people have left. You know, they're probably not advertising it a lot, but some key people probably left. And that's what's causing the current state of things. Which I'm very disappointed with, you know, like I said, very disappointed with. Hey, welcome back, newbie. Good to see you. Thank you to everybody who's liked and shared the stream, alright? Don't forget to keep liking and sharing, yeah? Well, I mean, you can't like more than once, but you can share again. Excuse me. No matter how tough it is, I'm gonna get my name out there, whatever it takes. Work's been busy, but not. How does that work? Like, is it supposed to be busy or not busy or something in between? What's the most I gamble on an item depending on how good it is? If it's got 3 like really decent damage reduction stats, like for that chest piece, I'd happily gamble up to up till the cost goes 2 million. So blowing 12 million on an item, easy. But beyond that, it's usually not worthwhile because it just means that my RNG is bad for that one. I'll let it go. Luck is not with me, you know. The Feng Shui is not with me. I'd rather just get another item of a similar kind and then go in that direction. You know? I'm just that sort of dude.
We wait for flesh at the new moon. Go to the cells and gather. If the new ones are weak, feed them to the maggots. We need more meat.
Well, I mean, it's up to how much you want to spend, buddy. It's like, what's your tolerance, dude? For me, I just said, like I said, 2 mil. Once the cost gets to 2 mil, I've had enough. I usually won't let it rise higher because there's no point. You know, there's always going to be another good roll that'll drop eventually. So I spend what I feel is a reasonable amount, then I stop there. Because money is easy enough to earn, but you know, I'm not gonna hold on to one piece so tightly that, you know, my costs go insane. I'll usually say, nah, enough is enough, you know, I'll try again next time. There's always next time. But now re-rolling is also worse because they removed the priority enchantments, which I think was a dumb idea. If they were going to do that, considering the sheer number of potential enchantments, I feel that they made the system more RNG, which is worse for everybody. And that usually is designed to buy time, because then people are less likely to, you know, game the system and get their ideal rolls. That is no for me. The fact that they chose that path, very sad. Again, I know of a game that literally died because they introduced too much RNG and they've not recovered ever since then. Hey, Kaz.
Hi.
Yep, heard you coming in. How was your day at work? Pardon?
I said I'm surprised. You don't normally hear me come in.
Oh no, but I heard the crackle of the mic, so I knew it was you. But yes, how was your work day?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, I'm glad it was good. Anyway, coming back to the previous topic I was talking about, more RNG is usually always bad for a game. So the other game that I was partnered with, Darktide, they just corrected some of their systems. You know, they dropped a big update, like introducing some things that players been asking for months, basically since last year. And even now, if I were to check Steam charts real quick right now, let's see. They hover at a max of 3K players. So even after the big update recently, their player numbers have not recovered at all. And at times during the day, they'll be down to about 1,000 concurrent. So yeah, even if you try to turn the ship around, there are very few games that can reach that kind of turning point where they can, you know, truly turn the ship around, make something better of themselves. Like, it's very difficult. So if Diablo continues on its current path, you know, it can be dangerous, because once the interest is lost, you know. So there was recently a video that showcased the devs of Diablo playing the game, and they died in a World Tier 1 dungeon at level 50. So they were level 50 in World Tier 1 and died. So basically the devs don't actually play their own game. They don't know how to play their own game, which means that they don't know how to balance things. It caused a huge drop in confidence for a lot of the community.
I can't imagine they were developers then. Maybe they were like from a different department.
No, they were called devs. Yeah, their whole video was marketed as, you know, devs playing the game, and like they were so bad, like it was so bad to the point that the video has like 680k dislikes, 680,000 dislikes. You know. Good night, Rider Heel. Have a good one. But yeah, it's like, you know, it was wild, and I guess it, like, even if they were that bad, you know, that's the kind of thing you wouldn't put out publicly, because then, you know, player confidence, especially when people are already ranting about so many different things, it causes a huge dip in player confidence, which affects, you know, us as streamers. You know, I was just talking about.
The only thing that would make me question that is, were they trying to showcase something something in particular?
No.
To show at level 50 why you wouldn't be able to, like, without seeing the video, I don't understand the context. Do you know what I mean?
No, it was just devs playing the game. Like, it was just a showcase gameplay footage of the devs playing the game as per normal, not showcasing anything specific or in particular. But they just straight up died, and I was like, okay. That was pretty bad. Like, did they not understand that? Because, like, there was a lot of other things in the video.
I would watch it before you comment on it.
I did. And that's why I'm telling you, it was that bad. The devs themselves, like, there was this one scene where this guy, like, it's as if he didn't understand that he had core abilities. All he did was spam basic attack. When the basic attack for the Barbarian, for example, is just solely to build up Fury. They turned off comments on the video too. Yeah, newbie. It is absolutely sending a bad message.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, they were the ones who designed the dungeon. See, that I didn't know. But if they're the ones who designed the dungeon, then the dungeon's our main form of XP. They should at least know their shit about dungeons, because they were showcasing dungeon runs. Damn it. Well, yeah.
But just because they designed the dungeon doesn't mean that they're experienced players of the game. Then they just designed a dungeon, so they may not necessarily have actually played the game at all if they're just designers.
But you see, designing the dungeon is so crucial. Like, this is my take on it, all right? Not trying to counter your point. I'm just explaining my take here. My take on it is that if the developer is designing a dungeon and the dungeon is a crucial mechanic for us to gain experience and things like that, and they design it badly, then they are impacting gameplay
but the
for
dungeon
us.
Isn't designed badly. No. a developer.
Why are you defending them
design a
though?
dungeon. I'm not. But I'm just being like, okay, for the sake of it, devil's advocate, right? I can develop a dungeon. That doesn't mean I've played the game.
Yeah,
I've created
and
a dungeon.
that's exactly what I'm trying to say, though. I know you're playing devil's
that
advocate,
mean
but
that I fully understand.
No,
that
I know,
should have
but
specific gear. No,
look,
it's not though. That's
no.
not what you're saying. You're saying the opposite. You're saying that if they design the dungeon, they should be able to
no,
play
I'm
it. And
about to say it. I'm about to say it. Okay, my whole take on all of
That's not
this.
what you were saying all along.
Okay, listen. My whole take on this earlier in the stream as well. I was telling about, like, we're talking different sections here. Earlier in the stream, I also discussed this, and one thing which I said and advocated for was that devs must play their game, because if they don't understand the needs of the players. They don't understand what we're going through. If they're not playing it at a high level, then they're not giving us the right experience, babe.
Right.
This is my
If you're
problem.
an art designer and all you're doing is designing a dungeon, you don't necessarily need to play the game to understand it.
If you're an art designer.
Yeah, and that's who designs dungeons.
No. Design dungeon means that not just the design of the dungeon. I'm saying the whole design, including the enemies, the density, all that kind of things. You know? Like, oh, okay. So if they're not the ones that put in the monsters affixes, then that's fair enough. But yeah.
Exactly, that's my point. They're not so you can be a developer, but not develop the actual
and
game.
I'm okay with that.
Design.
But then in that case, why would they put the artists? You see, this is where there's a disconnect for me. Why would they put the artists on?
Because
Mm-hmm.
so say I don't know how many people were playing, but say it was 2 people, right? They've never played the game before. They're after getting them, and unless you understand the game, so unless you actually understand the game, you're never going to be able to you're never going to get like a true experience if you get 2 developers who understand everything about the game and understand exactly what gear they're meant to be running and understand all the different bits and pieces. But if you get 2 people who are pretty much newbies to play the game and they get to level 50 and they don't know what gear they're meant to be running, that's a more honest experience. You're watching 2 people who have never played it before have the same experience that most people will have when they start the game.
And I'm gonna okay, and I understand that. I'm not arguing with you because I really hate going back and forth with you. You know I don't like that. But I just want to say, like, look, from my perspective, that is no good. That is no good at all. I want, if they're gonna put developers on for an honest experience, right? And they want to showcase their level design or you know whatever else, then they shouldn't be level 50 in World Tier 1 showcasing that. That's not a showcase, and they shouldn't be playing in an inept manner. They should be playing in the normal course of the game, but how about they start at level 1? They can have an honest experience if they've never played the game before, but they should at least learn.
All they were doing was showcasing the dungeon, son. You're taking it way too serious.
No. I'm telling you how people are taking it. You see, this is the problem. People won't see it the way you do.
No, you're telling me how you see it.
Yeah, I know.
How you see it.
I'm telling you what everybody on the internet is saying as well, which is sharing my opinion right now. No, they are taking it seriously. That's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. They are taking it way too seriously. You know, they are taking it way too seriously because the audience was not happy at all. The dislikes show that. How can they?
They could have done everything. They could have done everything that people wanted, and it still would have had a load of this. Don't like the game. So a like to dislike ratio on a YouTube video means absolutely jack shit.
I thoroughly disagree with that, but let's agree to disagree. Fine. I just don't want to argue with you anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really hate arguing with you.
I'm not arguing with you, Tom.
No, to me it sounds like an argue, so I don't like it. I don't like it when we do that.
That's because I'm countering your point, and that's why you don't like it.
No, it's because look, you're never gonna see things my way, and I'm not gonna see things your way either. All right, I've got a stance on this.
I'm not asking you to. I'm just giving a different opinion. Yeah, I'm just giving a different opinion. That's all.
Well, it sounds like you're arguing with me because you're like, you sound like
you're taking it that way just because my point is different. I haven't raised my point once.
Okay, as long as that's the case, then that's fine with me. But I'm gonna tell you straight up.
I just have
I
a
stand
different
by it.
opinion, and I'm just telling you that I think. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna say. I believe that no dev should be a dev or be allowed to develop a game if they don't play it. That was my stance earlier, and I stand by that. Because I do not believe, even for 1 second, that if you do not know everything about your game, you can contribute meaningfully toward that game becoming great. And that's my issue. That's my issue. Because yes, I get it. There are artists, there are music designers. Music designers don't need to play the game. That's fine. They're there for their musical talent. They have nothing to do.
Why do artists need to play it then?
No, let me finish. Listen, I agree that there are people.
You know what? I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this, and I'm going to leave, and I'm going to let you cool down because you're getting too big.
Yeah, please do. So coming back for my chat at least, what I feel is that this is what I'm going to state straight up. I feel that nobody should be developing a game or become a part of the core design of that game if they do not play the game. Because when we're talking about monster mechanics, density, things like that, the things that we're going through as players, they need to understand that this is crucial to the player experience, you know? And I feel that if they didn't, you know, do that at all, then how are they a part of the development team going forward, you know? That is not right. And why would they put these people and throw them under the bus? You know, it feels like they threw these two people, if they really are just art designers, you know, if they are just part of the level design and whatnot, you know, how did they put these two people on blast to like literally suffer for no reason whatsoever? Like, that's not cool at all, you know? And I just don't understand the marketing stunt behind it or why they did that. Like, it makes no sense to me. Because what players are currently agitated most about is the fact that there's no end game. The leveling experience is poorer because now they've artificially capped us. Like, if they're not showcasing ways and means to overcome these difficulties, then what was the point of the gameplay showcase? Because any gameplay can be made to look good. If I were to walk into World Tier 1 right now and absolutely Shrek everything, then that's not me showing gameplay. That's just me, you know, that's not me showing the actual game. You get what I mean? So that is why I have that stance. Because I feel that it is not right. It is not right at all for anybody to work on work on the actual game design. Okay, I'm gonna qualify that, actual game design, without having played the game that they play. Because if they find their own game boring, or they don't like their own game, then why are they developing for that game? There's no passion in it, you know? The devs in Diablo 2, coming to that point, Daily Gamer, is that, like, they actually were really passionate about it. Diablo 2, when it first came out, was a huge passion project because Blizzard at the time was a very different entity. They weren't, like, they were a game studio and they were fairly well recognized, but they weren't as large as they are now. And this is where, you know, my problem comes in, because back then there was a lot of passion in the game. Sure, there were probably the same kinds of people, you know, that designed the levels and designed, you know, all of this stuff, but at the very least it felt like, even if like they were just artists, fine, you know, then they probably wouldn't have been part of the showcase. But now, in the age of like the internet, where, you know, people are very quick to judge, you're not making anything better, you're making everything look worse. And that is not cool. That is not cool. All right? This is something that I will absolutely, you know, dislike, because I don't think that it is a good thing at all. You know, I think that it is probably one of the worst things that could happen, because I don't want this game to go badly. I don't want this game to die. I want this game to grow and do well because I grow with the game. But it cannot do that if the devs themselves, or if the marketing people and the PR people are putting this kind of stunt together. And it just feels like they're not serious about it. You know, it's just like, let's throw all this together and, you know, we'll see what happens. And they create an even more negative reaction than they were already having, because they were recovering after the latest patch. And I felt pretty positive about that, because at least they were trying to do the right thing, or I felt they were trying to do the right thing. But this, you know, coming right after that is just making people lose confidence. And I'm just not into that. Like, I don't want that for this game. I want people to enjoy this game. I want people to have fun playing the game. But how are they going to have fun playing the game when people show things like this and it makes them lose confidence in the creators? Because unless they fully, like, some people made suggestions on forums of what would have been better. It would have been way better if these guys were artists, right? To do a deep dive. Like, they could have talked about how, like, because I think you mentioned that they talked about it, the architectural design and stuff. If they were artists and talking about the inspiration, they could have talked about that, and people would have happily watched the dev video. Like, you know, so this location was inspired by this real life location. Like, that would have been fine. That would have been cool. But I feel that, you know, I feel that it's just not the right way to do things. You know, I feel that they have done it terribly. They have done it terribly. And that is why I take that stance with it. That's why I have a serious stance about it, because it is just not the right way to do things. I feel that Diablo 4, in a way, it was the successor to Diablo 2, because I was also a Diablo 2 fan, so I understand, you know, where I feel the same way. You know, I really wanted Diablo 4 to be like Diablo 2, and I feel that they met that on a lot of aspects, but they also failed to take into account the newer gaming environment for people. And without a true endgame, without a lot of the factors that we're missing, it just becomes the same leveling experience that we had before with no real changes, you know? And I do think it'll be fine in the long run as well. Like, ultimately, I'm not gonna, like, stop playing or anything. Like, I still fully believe in this being one of the great games, but this season has not gone very well. And I feel that, like, they're not listening. I feel like they're not listening to the people and not doing what the people really want them to do. Like, this is my take on it. This is my stance on it. You know?
Smells good. Don't stir too much.
Yep. I mean, Destiny at the same time has had the similar experience that we have, you know? But Destiny is a very different game, and I think it caters to a different crowd as well. to an extent, Destiny does have endgame content, but their content is more focused around, if I'm not wrong, the raids, stuff like that. And I feel that Destiny 2 also missed out on something because they don't really cater to a solo player experience. Like, one thing which Diablo has done well is that a solo player is not limited, you know? A solo player is not limited, and I feel that that is a very important factor. Whereas, you know, in Destiny 2, as a solo player, I feel that, like, obviously I can't do raids because I would need a whole team. It's unbelievably difficult to do it myself. That means I can't get access to certain weapons, you know? I feel that games must cater to both a social mechanic and a full solo experience, which means that raids should not be like something exclusive to clans. No, there has to be a looking for group for any raid at any point in time, you know? It should not be so complex that it requires, like, mechanics should be described to you during the raid, and then it's up to players to carry them out, sure. But there needs to be that room and leeway for, you know, looking for group, which I felt that Destiny 2 fell flat on. Again, it was designed in a very different time, but that can be the danger when a game goes on too long, you know? And you would like more campaign-style things to do after level 50? I don't disagree with that. I think that that would also be helpful. Like, after level 50, it would be nice if there was something to keep you invested. I guess this could kind of flow into an endgame, but a campaign does also, like, just to be fair, a campaign does have to come to an end. So, at some point, you know, they do have to end the story, but maybe, like, they could have, like, some kind of quest line that could go, an interesting quest line that could rotate, you know, or something like that. Like, they could add a mechanic like that for the people that, you know, just like having an objective or something to do. Like, I think that that would be quite crucial because when you don't really have that feeling of, you know, something to do, or where you don't feel like you're making progress in a forward direction, I feel that that is no good. That is no good. No, we all put high expectations on what Diablo 4 was going to be. I don't think anyone was alone in putting those high expectations on, because many of us were serious fans, and we were really happy when it brought in people that aren't even Diablo players. Like, we were really stoked about that, but instead of capitalizing on it, it feels like they lost the plot because maybe they got too drunk on their own success. They sold a lot of copies and brought in so many people that were never Diablo fans to begin with, and that's where, you know, we all got excited because, you know, here's a great game, you know, we wanted to introduce it to everybody and, you know, get them all playing and say like, hey, you know, we talked about the lore, we knew all the kind of goodies that were coming, but instead they focused on dropping Season 1 ASAP, and there still wasn't really a lot of the endgame mechanics. Like, Season 1 was fun, don't get me wrong, I love Malignant Hearts, I love that they introduce some build variety and they're trying to find their feet in balancing. That's okay, but it feels like they're not focusing on the things players really want. So yeah, it does feel a bit awkward, you know, that this is the result of our patience. And yeah, I would really hope that they turn this around, you know? I wouldn't say it's as bad as having bought a beta, but I do feel that it's missing some crucial features to really have that kind of player retention that it should have, you know? And again, it boils down to what I'm like. It feels like the main developers are lacking passion. And again, You know, this shouldn't be on the artists and the music people. Like, why would you make them do the gameplay showcase? It should be the person who did the balancing, the level, like, not the level, it's really hard to say it. Like, when I say level design, what I mean is the people that designed the monster density, the type of monsters in the dungeon. Like, this to me is a part of level design, not just the art. The art is completely separate. And that's what I feel. Why would they put on people that did just the art? Instead of letting, if they wanted to showcase the art people's talents, what they should have done was have a chatting stream like they've done so many times before. And this was also on the Blizzard forums, because I felt that this was perfectly viable as a suggestion. Why not let them do a deep dive into their motivations behind the design? Like, let them talk strictly about the design part, not the combat and the fighting, because the combat showcase should be handled by somebody that actually knows the combat. You know, that is where I think they screwed up completely. I think so. And like, look, I feel that they just didn't understand their audience needs. And that's where they went wrong. Like, I feel like they, you know, considering that point, I feel that developers have been looked down on. But at the same time, it's kind of a hole that they dug themselves into. And I just want to explain why. I have a lot of other games that I've worked with, and I can see when a developer's passionate and when developers not passionate. And one of the biggest problems with some developers is that due to the developers that treat this as a job, because way back when, the first few games were designed with a lot of passion, a lot of heart. They treated the games like it was their babies. And they brought this out because they felt that it was, you know, a really, really good thing. You know? But the problem is that, like, when they did that, you know, when it became more of a lucrative job, developers started to view it more as a job and as a means of making money. And when you get people like that on board, you get a lot of siloing. So the people that are only in charge of this portion don't touch other portions, and they may not even have an interest. They may be very good at their job, but they don't have an interest in the overall game, which can sometimes lead to disconnects. One of the things that's highlighted so often is the fact that several other studios for games recently released have absolutely smashed the game out of the park by playing it themselves. Path of Exile being the recent case. Like, I personally didn't like it because it was so, you know, heavy for the first one, but maybe there's hope for the second one, you know? If the developers can at least understand the needs of their players, then that's a good starting point, you know? And I'm saying that as somebody who dislikes Path of Exile. And how many hardcore people like us play versus the casual gamers? To be fair, it's almost an 80-20 ratio. To me, that always is a good measure of hardcore versus casual. The casual players are more in the 20% base, are in the 80%, whilst the hardcore are the 20%. But balancing around the hardcore is also not the right idea. However, there needs to be a balance between both. Like, I feel that if they were going to do a showcase, they should have done a showcase at a reasonable level of difficulty. Either that or just showing the gameplay experience of two totally new devs playing the game, trying to understand it, you know, trying to see the work that the other devs have done, maybe explaining things from their own perspective. That would have been okay, you know? But when the showcase was done in the way that it was, I feel that they misled everybody on the expectations and it fell through in a bad way. And for that reason, I feel that they cannot totally ignore the community outcry about this, because I cannot, in good conscience, just dismiss everything as people feeling, you know, salty about the game, because in the first few sections, in the first few times when it happened, when the patch notes dropped, I feel that, okay, yes, players were just overly salty because their best builds got nerfed, things like that. But when it comes more than once, then I think it starts to become a problem, because people will question, and this has happened on other games, people will question if they're really being listened to. And I feel that sometimes once you lose the fans, they don't come back. They genuinely don't. It's so hard to win them back once they've been disappointed too many times. Like, you can disappoint them a couple of times, that's okay. You know? And of course, you can bend over backwards to re-cater to them, which did happen because they basically had to retune the game after the nerfs, and even promised that they wouldn't do that again after so many people quit in Season 1, which I understand. From a marketing perspective, fine. That we understand, but it would probably lead to disappointment. And some people will be brought back, but again, not everybody. You can't recoup the full thing. And if that keeps happening, then it becomes a situation where, you know, a lot of people, you know, don't they don't feel like they can trust the quality of what's to come. So even if, you know, something is really good, they will recall when they've been burned in the past and not be willing to hop back on again, you see, which I feel is the sad part. I feel that that is no good, you know, because long term it does hurt. In the long run, it'll probably be fine, like Yubi says, you know. I feel that in the long term it'll be okay, but yeah, short term it's probably no good. Yeah, they could have put on Adam Jackson, or what's that guy's name? Wait, wasn't it Adam Fletcher? Or am I confusing their names? Pez Radar, that guy. Or they both call Adam, just different surnames. I can't remember their actual names, because I just know him as Pez Radar. But yes, they could have put that guy on as well, you know? They could have put on anybody from the fire chats that, you know, understood the gameplay, things like that. Would have been nice, but I feel like they threw two people under the bus for no reason, especially, like, you know, if they say that they were art, as in they were art people, you know, like, that's not fair to them. Because what I saw was two people absolutely screwing up the most basic of tasks, which is terrible. Like, no. No. I cannot stand by that. And also, sorry, circling back to your statement, newbie, I think that the biggest problem is that the casual players are enjoying the game, those that are sticking with it, but I think the biggest downside are the amount of fall off that the casual players have had, because I have seen the fall off in interest as it has happened to me live. There are of course people interested in the videos and stuff and watching, but the trickle is much slower than it was in the preseason, and you can tell that it's because a lot of people just got irritated with the fact that, you know, I have to redo Renown after doing it in the Eternal Realm. It was like all the small problems just kept piling up, and each of the small problems seemed to shave away a little bit at the player base over time. And of course this was not helped by, you know, several of the bigger creators also dissing the showcase, but I can understand from their perspective why they did it, because seeing that I felt, my god, what the hell are you trying to do here, you know? And not everybody is going to pay a full attention to all the details. People are by their very nature unfair, and that's where the problem is, you know? Yeah, understandable, man. So I'm also looking for days where I can just run with anybody playing, you know, anybody from the clan playing. I happily run, you know, the T4s because, you know, it would feel better if we could. And it just makes the journey more pleasant. And like I said, I'm okay with a lot of this stuff, but You know, I'm starting to get on board that maybe to cater for the casual experience, they should have a LFG function. You know, even freaking Diablo Immortal. Now, granted, you do need players to actually run the Diablo Immortal dungeons. Fast, I mean. But hell, at least even in Diablo Immortal, there's a party finder. Once you gather 4 randos, you know, everybody runs the dungeon together. And, you know, that's fine. I don't know if I'll be on in the morning. I should be, but I'll see how it goes, because I'm going to oh, this should be a Deathless Visage. Finally. Bad rolls on it. That's going straight in the bin. All right, one last dungeon. But yeah, 9 hours. Oh, because by the time I get on in the morning, you might be getting off already. Unfortunately, time zones, you know. But I understand that. It's just how it is. Sometimes that's just the way we gotta deal. I should be, because I don't really have anything major to do in the morning. Okay, Nightmare Portal. Yep, hopefully I will be. Hopefully I will be. Hardcore is a wild experience. I respect you for that. I can't play in hardcore mode. It's just not my jam at all. It does not suit me in any way, shape, or form. Hardcore tends to feel a bit too killer because I tend to take a lot of risks and then die. So that's why I play in the softcore mode. Because it just, you know, is easier for me to test my stuff, then present it to people. Yep, and that's why I don't play hardcore. Like, I would love to, but I just don't have the time. Because if I play it, I may not be able to showcase my build, and I may not be able to take certain risks, which will help me really test the very limits of the build, you know? So I prefer to play softcore for that reason. It's just easier for build creation and testing purposes. Also because I know that as seasons go by, you know, I'm not going to have the same amount of time that I will have every single instance to test and play through, you see? Because there are more partnerships along the way, and there are more things that I'll have to do, you know? Yeah, Blood Lance is pretty alright. If I hadn't gone Bone Spear, I would have probably gone Blood Lance. Because it is pretty viable. Seems there's one more up there. Oh, that is a nice Barber Heart. Almost a maxed out Barber Heart, actually. I just wish they weren't account bound. Oh yeah, I'm live at the same time every day, so tune in when you want. Like I said, I've played a lot of Diablo 4, but there are also other games that I will be showcasing on my channel. Those games, like I said, I'm actually partnered for. This game, I did it more out of passion than anything, but, you know how it goes. Well. Oh, another razor plate. Good thing I don't need this anymore. Okay. I cannot be a dev because I know nothing about coding. Like, for me, I would not take on a job. At most, I could be QA, but I cannot take on a job if I don't know, you know, what I'm actually doing. What are you doing here, Shroot?
I'm here to call on you.
Okay. Look at you. Saw you playing Overwatch instead of being at my stream, bro. Disappointed.
Nah, I just finished com with
I know, I saw.
Buka. Oh, we played like 2 games only.
Imagine not showing up to your bro stream. Sad. Okay lah, never mind.
Sorry lah.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh my.
Damn, nothing good.
Show your teeth.
It is all about the passion, but I also need to be able to do my job, you know? Like, for me, I would never, like, take on something if I did not know how to do it. Kind of the same principle that I apply, because if I don't know something, I will tell people I don't know, because there's nothing wrong with telling people you don't know. And I feel that that's something that maybe people have forgotten, that it's okay. It's like, you're not gonna die or anything. You're not gonna be like shipped off to, I don't know, some kind of creepy monster land if you don't know what you're doing. Like, it's okay to say I don't know. There's no shame in saying I don't know, and there's no shame in asking for help. But the worst thing I feel is if somebody were to pretend that they know something, if they were to pretend that they understand the situation, or that they know everything about the situation, and then they openly talk about it, like, or they are put in a position where they are forced to act knowledgeable about something when they know that they do not have that knowledge with them. Like, that is wrong. That to me is very wrong, and that's where I disagree, you know? So if somebody asked me to be a dev, I would say no, because I don't know what I'm doing. I would have no idea about coding. I could be hired as QA to maybe suggest, like, okay, maybe this needs to be balanced in this way, maybe that could be balanced in the other way. Show me the numbers, show me the figures, I can comment on that. That's QA job, fine. I could be QA, but I could never be a dev because I don't know the coding, I don't know the programming, I don't know how much code is needed to actually make anything happen in the game. So since I have no knowledge of that, if I were a dev, I would be doing equally a bad job. And that's just me being realistic. I have the passion but not the tools, you see? So people like me usually just fall into a QA role. And that would be fine. If I was and partners usually fulfill that role. So if they made me a partner for Diablo 4, sure, fine. I can do that, and I can explain, you know, I think this is not right, this is correct, this is not correct. You know, if I'm wrong on something, they can tell me, that's fine. You know, but for the most part, I feel that the main takeaway from all this is this. If it's a dev that is directly involved with game mechanics, they need to know and play their own game. If they don't, that's completely out of whack. If it's a dev that's not involved in the main game, like they're doing the art design, they're doing the music design, then it's fine to give them a showcase, a gameplay showcase, or to force them to play the game, fine. But give them, like, give people the context of saying, of letting them see two, like, art designers play the game as total newbies. You know, maybe they've never played a Diablo game. Like, show the authentic real player experience. Let people, you know, guide them, you know, let them interact with the crowd. Like, that would have been a far better experience. And even if they did badly, I don't think anyone would have been mad. But it was specifically marketed as a gameplay showcase, which people were expecting, you know, some hardcore cool shit, which other companies' gameplay showcases have quite frankly done. It was an industry expectation. Because I'm pretty sure for, what was it, Final Fantasy 16, they showed a dev completely destroying one of the hard mode bosses or something like that, using some techniques in the game. Now, granted, he probably had everything already in his account, but, you know, that, I think, is what people were expecting when they heard the words gameplay showcase, you know? But anyway, it is what it is. It's, the damage is done now. How they move forward from here, I hope that they move forward well. Yeah. Fingers crossed on that. But anyway, thank you all very much for joining me today. It's been a fun...
Okay, off stream now.
Yeah. I don't play that much. Yeah. It's about, 3 hours is enough for me. I go chill out. I'm gonna go watch cartoons with Kaz. Also, must apologize for our argument, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Thank you all for watching me. I will... With Kaz, we were debating about this topic, but I just generally don't like to debate on stream. Because, yeah, for me, I just don't like to argue with my significant other at all about anything. Sup, Logan? Getting off stream now. Catch you all later. All right. Thank you for enjoying the stream. I might see you guys tomorrow morning. Probably will. Okay, 90% chance I'll be on tomorrow morning, but 10% chance I may not be, just in case, you know, my dad's unwell or whatever. I'll let you guys know. Follow me on Twitter if you want an update on that, because I'll tweet there about when I'm coming on and all that kind of stuff. All right. So thank you all very much. I will see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Thank you for joining me today. The Necro will continue their leveling journey tomorrow. Bye-bye. Yep. Okay. Off stream.